right, all right, all right. We are live once again. As y'all come in and stuff, give me the same, give me a sound check. Let me know that everything is coming through. And we're going to go ahead and break into it. Crazy Bubba, what's going on with you? All right, that sound good, brother preacher. Preacher, I'm kind of glad. I'm kind of glad you in here and stuff. Trucking with Blue Money. All right. I'm glad we in. I'm glad that you in here and stuff. Cause we're gonna have us a little bit of church today. We're gonna have us a little bit of church today in Cincinnati. Okay. Because sound good. Good afternoon. All right, Mr. Robinson. Thank you. We're gonna have us some church today. All right. Now, everybody's been familiar. Everybody's pretty much caught up, right, with the issues and stuff that's been going on with the trucking community. You know, a DLC. You know, they got a new DLC content and stuff. You know, a person exposed himself. A person exposed himself to be a troll, right? And so you look at all the guys and stuff like that. And so the thing, just like I was talking about Friday on my live feed, I didn't know anything about it, but I spoke upon it because I know this type of element exists. And so now the element has a name without me even having to look at it. And so it's just like I said. It's just like how I said. If your way of making money is participating in drama or keeping drama going, then what's the end game? The end game is counterproductiveness. So, while everybody's focused on this one individual, these individuals now don't want to confess to the truth. And the truth is that regardless of how you may feel about this person that came out, right, whether he confessed or whether he exposed himself, the truth of the matter is that the reason why he existed, is because you gave him the very things necessary for him to exist. That's a fact. That's a fact. All of them are talking about trying to coach drivers. They're talking about inspiring drivers, helping drivers, about whatever particular situation that they're in, whether they're company driver, lease driver, own operator, so on and so forth. Now, again, if that's what your platform and stuff is based upon, right? If that's what your platform and stuff is based upon, information and science. That's me right there, science. Then how can a troll come in, say the things that they say, disrupt the feed and stuff, right, and give all this misinformation, all of this counterproductiveness and stuff, and then you still participate in it too? Cause it's time to go in now and stuff. And the thing is that I challenge any one of them to come up against this information that I'm about to drop. All right. Now, while everybody was all, I'm surprised I wasn't aware he was a troll. Hey, listen. Here's the thing. Because we about to have some church today. The scripture teaches us, right? The scripture teaches us that When a man becomes saved, right? When he's saved in Christ, he becomes a new creature. He becomes a new creature. But the scripture also tells us and stuff is that there are certain things that you do that's going to follow you nigh to death. Let me give you an example. Okay? Paul, on his way to Damascus. Paul, on his way to Damascus, was about to slay many Christians, which he's always done, right? He had a reputation and stuff of slaying many Christians. On his way to Damascus, he met Christ. He met Christ and stuff, and so the Spirit of God was upon him so bright that he lost his vision. And so Christ told Paul what he needed to do. But the Spirit of God also fell upon the brothers and sisters in Damascus, which he was supposed to meet. And when they knew that Paul was on his way there, when they knew that Paul was on his way there and stuff, even though these were the followers of the Most High God, they had concern that when Paul showed up, they had concern when Paul showed up and stuff. He said, he surely come here to kill us. He surely come here to kill us. Paul was a great servant to the Most High God. He even declared himself the king of sinners, even though he was a new creature in Christ. But the thing is that there are things that's going to follow you nigh to death. What does that mean? That means that although you're forgiven, even though your transgressions and your iniquities are taken to the deepest part of the ocean, dumped down, and to the deepest part of the ocean, never to be brought up again. At least not in the day of judgment. But see, when we're amongst people, right? We're amongst men. There's certain things and stuff that you do. They say that was some good editing. I never seen any video. Now here's the thing. Here's the thing. Now, people all of a sudden now and stuff want to come out and attack him and all this stuff here. But let's be, like I said, let's be truthful, right? Because I done watched everybody's video. And the thing is that what they're not doing is that they're not saying, okay, I participated. I gave this man legs. I gave him everything that was needed for him, necessary stuff in order to continue. Because the thing is that if you was about business, if you was about taking care of business, if you was about doing your thing, then when he showed up, right, he could only show up one time. Because I had trolls too. I got trolls too and stuff in my comments. But the thing is that, you know, when we do these live feeds and stuff, you don't see them up here very often. Why? Because the focus of the matter is about the business at hand. That's it. They can show up as much as they want to and stuff, but the thing is that we're still going to be talking about the subject matter. If we're talking about trucking, then that's the thing there. You know, plain and simple. All right, Mr. Williams, what's going on? So the thing is, a lot of them, they gave him the very things necessary for him to exist. Because if you remove the drama from their pages, and that's the thing there and stuff, I challenge them. Remove the drama, and what do they have? What information do they have and stuff, man, that's pertaining to trucking that's going to help you collectively? Because they all got high view counts. In fact, they shouldn't be putting that man down. They should be thanking him. They should, you know what? Hey, the most hated, thank you for what you did, because what you did gave me substantial view counts. It gave me more money in my pocket. That's what it did. Even though you sat there and you said these things and you done these things and whatnot and stuff, I need to thank you because hey, we still made money. Because of what you did, we still made money. We made the topic matter and stuff about you, except the subject matter at hand and stuff, right? And I'm going to give you another example. Now, last year, Black Smoke Matters. Last year, Black Smoke Matters was talking about going to Washington, D.C. and going over there in the loop and shutting everything down. They were talking about shutting everything down. Right? Okay? Now, I also said that I was going to shut down for 3 days. I said, now, is the channel still up? I can't find. I don't know. I mean, the thing was, okay, let me tell you how I found out. When I did my live feed Friday, everybody thought that I was talking about that issue there and stuff. I didn't know anything about it. And stuff, man. And then when I started watching everybody live feeds and stuff, and they were talking about Soul Cow, that's when I went to Soul Cow page, and then he said something about it. That was it. Other than that and stuff, I don't know any information and stuff that was back and forth between those individuals because, like I said, none of them was dropping any science. That's why I'm here. Because any information that they're trying to give you and stuff that's pertaining to trucking that's going to help you in your business, they want you to pay for it. But you can get the drama all day long. And stuff. Like I said, what science are they dropping? So I'm going back to the same particular issue again because everybody was talking about, okay, yeah. You see what I'm saying? See, the thing is that when you're fixated on business, right? When you're fixated on the trucking industry and trying to change yourself or trying to change the overall dynamic, you ain't got time for that. You ain't got time for it. If your premise is about making money in business, you ain't got time for drama. In fact, it bothers you, it disturbs you to a point you say, man, I don't want no parts of it. I don't want to be in it. Forget all this nonsense stuff. Like I said, when you see the title, you might get into it to hope that, well, you might get some kind of tidbits or some information that could be helpful. But the only thing that you did, you just a whole hour, a whole 2 hours or something like that, you just wasted your time, right? That's after you can't find any other thing and stuff that's helpful on YouTube. You might go into it then and stuff, right? That's how you get information about certain individuals. That's it. Other than that, what kind of science is they dropping? Okay, you in a lease truck. You're in a lease truck and stuff. What do we say? I don't have a problem with people being in the lease. I have a problem with you being comfortable in a lease. It's a problem when you come up and stuff, man, and you got 15 years of leasing a truck and then you didn't get nothing out of it. I don't have a problem with people and stuff, like I said, leasing the truck. I gave the step-by-steps of what you need to do. If you're going to lease a truck and stuff, fine. Hey, go over there and stuff, lease the truck, get what's necessary to move to the next level. Fix your credit because you know something's wrong with your credit. Fix your capital because you know you ain't got no capital. And then when you got everything, move on to the next step. You can go to Freightliner, Kenworth, or anybody else and stuff that's selling the truck and stuff and do your own lease thing. Go to Penske, go to Ryder, do your own lease thing and stuff because the thing is that it's you that's working, it's your money, put your money to work for you. That's the only thing I'm saying. So when you ready to say, you know what, I'm tired, I think I'm going to go and shut down and stuff, right, you can do it. What they going to say? You can get the same looking truck with the same decals and stuff that's up there, but the thing is that your payments are monthly. There's nothing wrong with that. If you want to lease a truck and you don't want no ownership and stuff, that's fine. But the thing is there's a right way and there's a wrong way. You can get that same truck in that same program with the same people that's offering the same stuff, but you can be in control of it, right? And paying what? $300 a week. The truck's brand new. It's in that same maintenance program. So if it breaks down, you ain't got nothing to worry about. You just make a phone call to that 800. They got one or two options. They got 2 hours to either get the truck up and running or send you another truck. Because the money ain't changed. The money ain't going to change. And the reason why the money's not going to change is because everybody is fixated on the wrong stuff. Nobody said anything. Nobody said anything. Let's get back to the point and stuff of the whole Black Smoke Matters. Now, they were talking about going over here to Washington, D.C. and shutting Washington, D.C. down by going over here on the loop and driving around, right? Now, what do drivers always typically say and stuff about if we all just shut down for 3 days, what's going to happen? Oh, these store shelves and stuff are going to get empty. The store shelves and stuff are going to get empty. Everybody's going to go into a panic and stuff like that. Now, let's fast forward and stuff, man, to over 2 months ago. When this pandemic came, the opportunity of the lifetime fell in everybody's lap. And the people that are going to be making out are the ones who took advantage of it. The people are going to take advantage of it and stuff. Corporation did it because the first thing they saying is, well, you know what? The reason why the store shelves aren't stocked is because the big bad government and the regulation and stuff that they have against my business. So what did they do and stuff? They went there and cut them a deal. So when all this is said and done, right, the regulation, what they used to have and stuff, they don't have it no more. You notice that they're not talking about emissions. They're not talking about a Green Deal. They're not talking about overproduction. None of that stuff. None of it. All of that stuff just went right away and stuff when the pandemic came up. Why? Because the businesses came up there and said, we're not doing anything and stuff until you do something about this regulation. We're not going to do anything. We're not going to be pushing no production. We're not going to be pushing anything and stuff until you do something about the regulation stuff that we had. And they cleared it all up. You don't hear nothing about a Green Deal anymore. You don't hear nothing about the Green Deal anymore. So, in the midst of all this, right? How is it that the freight and stuff that we haul now went from this same freight 2 months ago? If you would have sat there and went 1 minute over your logs, you would have got terminated. You would have got your contract discontinued, right? You probably would have been shut down and stuff like that. All these things, okay? Under the ELD mandate, now under the FMCSA and stuff, under the critical infrastructure loads, the same loads that we've been hauling from the beginning. Doesn't matter what it is. There's a critical infrastructure load and stuff. Now, this sheet of paper says that you can load the stuff up. You can drive the truck at your discretion. At your discretion. That means that you drive until you get tired. When you wake up, if you feel rested and you feel like you can proceed on and stuff, that's what you do, regardless of the fact that, you know, under the law and stuff, you're supposed to be shut down 10 hours consistently. You got to show a 10-hour consistent break. Now you don't have to do it until you get unloaded. So like I said, you picking up a load from the East Coast and taking over here to the West Coast. You picking a load from the East Coast, take it to the West Coast and stuff. You can drive the truck. No problem. You know what? I get tired. Let me pull over for 2 hours and stuff like that. Get the rest. Get back up. Start driving again. That same load that you couldn't do 2 months ago, now you can do it. You couldn't do that 2 months ago. Now you can do it with no problem. On top of that, if the other thing and stuff is that people not taking loads too is the fact that enforcement is light. You take Virginia, for instance. Stuff. They shut down all the scales and stuff. Not only did they shut down the scales, but they made it a safe haven for you to go in there and park. You don't have to worry about going into a rest area or a truck stop anymore and stuff. You can go right in the scale house, go in there, get your rest. Nobody's there to bother you. Nobody. Used to be in stuff, man, that when they had the scale and stuff shut down, oh, well, the only way you can be in there is that they put you out of service. And they really didn't even want you, they really the questions and stuff, or it could have helped everybody out and stuff, because the thing is that you have the fearful amongst us, you have the fearless amongst us, okay? Because we don't have to unite, we just got to be organized and stuff. And so, all right, here's the issue. Okay, here's the issue. Now, when the FMCSA did a modification to your hours of service, when they did a modification to the hours of service and stuff based upon the example and stuff that I gave, what people should have did, they should have said, nope, that's not our problem. Because people decided they want to go to the grocery stores and clear all the shelves and stuff out. How is that a critical infrastructure problem? Because the thing is that we understand it's a pandemic and stuff that was going on, but nobody went on national TV and said, hey, listen, y'all need to clear out these shelves. These were decisions that was made upon the consumer base. And the thing is, they took it upon themselves. We're under regulation. So the thing is that we'll get to the place when we get to them. That's it. Nothing more, nothing less. Because the thing is that if it's a problem now, it's always been a problem. Because what the stores did and stuff is that they cut back on their hours now. And stuff. No more 24 hours. They close at 8 o'clock. A lot of your businesses and stuff are closed at 8 o'clock. That's it. They don't want people and stuff on the roadways and none of that stuff. Now, the thing is that whether you're essential or not, you still have to go to the store and purchase goods and services. That's the thing there and stuff. That hasn't changed. It ain't changed. Now, people want to sit there and take it upon themselves to hoard, right? They want to hoard because there was no shortage of food. There was no shortage of no supplies. It was just simply people going out there and buying in mass production. Again, not our problem. Not our problem. That's what should have been addressed to the FM secretary and stuff. Mr. Garcia. They should address that. No, excuse me. It's not Garcia. It's Martinez. Excuse me. They should address the issue and stuff right then. They didn't do it because everybody's more fixated and stuff on the drama. They more fixated on the drama and stuff, but you can guarantee you that here it is after everything and stuff is all cleared up. Oh man, trucking is so messed up. Trucking ain't the way it used to be. This, that, or whatever and stuff, right? But we're up here talking about rates. We're up here talking about issues and stuff that's pertaining to business. And everybody fixation and stuff is on that drama. Not realizing that 90% of the work and stuff has been done. 90% of the work has been done. You got a consumer base that went out here and cleared all the shelves and stuff for us. We didn't have to shut the trucks down. They went on ahead and did the work. They went on ahead and did the work for us. So the only thing that we had to do and stuff now, to the fearful amongst you, the only thing you had to do to shut down and stuff was to say, you know what, COVID-19 and stuff, you would have been off for 2 weeks. Okay? Now, again, if you're paying attention to politics and stuff, which people are supposed to be doing, then you knew that they passed that $2 billion stimulus package and stuff, right? Which consisted on you getting $1,200, providing that you fall under a certain economical class, which means that most of the drivers out there did it. So you had a stimulus package coming in of $1,200. Then if you was in fear of unemployment and stuff, right, they still had that coming in, so you was getting that money too. And you was essential. So they wasn't going to terminate your stuff, but the thing was that you have a right to say, well, okay, yeah, I'm fearful of catching the virus because I'm fearful of catching this disease and stuff, right, the coronavirus. Y'all seen I had it. All that dry coughing and sneezing and sniffing and all that stuff there. I stayed out here the whole time. And stuff. Y'all knew I had it. I didn't have to get tested. Hell, I knew I had it. But the thing was is that I still pushed through. Because I was still fixated, I was focused on stuff. I said, what are people going to do on the aspect of business? Nobody said a word. And stuff. So the thing was that, again, you had that $1,200 that was coming in, right? That was coming in and stuff that could have flowed you. You could have shut the truck down and stuff for 2 weeks. Now, this was for the fearful that was amongst us. For the fearless that was amongst us, was the time, right, to start calling out all these organizations. Did you hear the own operator independent driver association say anything? They didn't say nothing the whole time. But yet you're talking about getting into this organization and have them lobbying for you for what? This was the perfect opportunity and stuff to do it. You don't need to unite, you just need to be organized. And so if you would have went to this organization and told them what the issue and stuff was, pertaining to these loads. The thing is that why am I going to sit there and haul a load now and stuff, right? That's not going to get me in trouble. That used to get me in trouble 2 months ago. A lot of us got terminated. A lot of us had our contracts and stuff discontinued. And now they're saying that it's okay for us to go out here and operate, even though we're under ELD mandate, right? Even though you got all these scientists and these engineers and stuff talking about the fact that you're going out here and you're having all these accidents. And the thing is and stuff, where's the accident data now? Where's the emission data now? They're not saying anything about it. You got pictures of New York, Los Angeles, all the major cities and stuff now, not just in this nation, but in the world. And when they issued that stay-at-home order and said that the only people that could be out here are the essential people, which is the trucks, right? You take a look at all the skies and stuff like that. Nice, clear blue skies. They're showing us stuff, man, where they saying carbon, you know, all these emissions and stuff like that and everything has practically cleared up. But who's responsible for the greenhouse gases? The trucks. Who's responsible for the accidents? The trucks. Now, all the roads and stuff are cleared out and everything. And like I said, for the last month, I could probably count on my one hand how many accidents I've seen and how many traffic jams I've been in. And I've been running up and down the East Coast. In and out of New York and New Jersey and Massachusetts and all these major spots and stuff, right? Where it takes you 10 hours and stuff to do 300 miles. Now it takes you 6. When you decide that you're gonna go somewhere and stuff, right? Whatever that GPS says, that's what it's gonna be. In fact, you probably lose time. That right there is science, ladies and gentlemen. That ain't got nothing to do with no drama. So again, why are you going to participate in the counterproductiveness that's not going to help on the aspect of business? Because they're talking about one individual who's responsible now for everybody else and stuff. They saying, okay, well, the guys with the paid off trucks and stuff got to take the L. This was one individual who decided to go out there and participate in this stuff, and y'all allowed him to do it. That's the thing there. Because a lot of their platforms and stuff got to the way that it did because they allowed this stuff to come in. But when we start talking about real issues, you know, people start backing up. No, can't do that. I can't do that. That's too difficult. That's too hard. Like I said, it was all laid out for us. The only thing we had to do was follow through. That's it. Well, you got your money that was coming in. The only thing that you had to do, the only thing you had to do with your money, the only thing you had to do for 2 weeks. You talking about 3 days and stuff, man. You could have been home for 2 weeks, right? And accommodate and consolidate. You had a check and stuff that was coming. You had a check that was coming. You didn't have to worry about your job, right? Okay. They stopped and extended all the payments and stuff like that, whether it was your rent, you know, whether it was your rent, your truck payment, your insurance payment, all that stuff there. The only thing you had to say, well, listen, you know, because of the pandemic, I'm not going to be able to make these payments and stuff like that. It's too many people that can't make the bill right now. They understand this. They gave you the extension. That's the only thing you had to do on the aspect of business. Nobody talked about it. Nobody talked about it. Still not. That's what I'm saying. Debate me on that. Debate me on that issue right there and stuff. Because I'm not trying to hear about what one individual and stuff got to say. Because the thing is that they don't have the intellectual properties. They don't have the intellectual properties and stuff, man, to debate in constructive dialogue. That's why they got to bring in. Oh well, this person's features and all this other stuff here. Oh, he got to be an MF or a B or an A-hole and all that other stuff there. Challenge them on the intellectual properties and stuff of what they're talking about. If there's anything to start with. If you know it ain't anything there and stuff, right, keep it moving. You're supposed to be intelligent. You're supposed to be intelligent and stuff, right? Are they doing it? Are they doing it? All types of N-words and all that other stuff there and everything. Like I said, diversify your punctuation to a point to where you can talk, right? To where that shows me what kind of intellectual properties and stuff that you have. There it is right there. There it is right there. One individual is supposed to be a representation of everybody that got their truck paid off. One individual that got his truck paid off. We're out here trying to talk about and disseminate the information and stuff that's going on, right, pertaining to trucking, and you want to go over here and engage in the drama. That's what they do. That's what they do. But like I said, when you start engaging some real stuff, oh, well, I got to go. Man, I ain't got time for that and stuff, because the thing is that a lot of stuff that you saying is over their heads. That's why they don't figure it out until later on in the game. And then all of a sudden the stuff, oh well, the old heads, these old heads out here and stuff, they wasn't teaching me anything. You come right up here on this channel every weekend. In fact, I started doing live feeds and stuff, kept all my information and stuff that's up there, right? Gave it to you for free. Everybody else want to charge. Everybody else's stuff, you got to catch them on live chats and all that stuff there. If you want to go over here and purchase you a truck. I don't think SoCal is paid off though. He paid no. But the thing is that they got him in this particular crowd though. They got him in this particular crowd and stuff. We know what it is. Chase and Andrew, we know what it is. We know the association. Because here's the thing. This is the opportunity to do it, right? This is the opportunity to do it. If you don't have the cash and stuff, they understand this. Okay? They understand. That's why they're not evicting people and stuff. They're not kicking them out in the street, because they know if you could go to work and stuff, if you could pay the rent, you would. The thing is, it's best to have people and stuff in these houses occupied and stuff, right, that's in there, and say, well, you know what, we'll go ahead and let this stuff slide, rather than to have a person unoccupied where vandalism and stuff can come in. People come in, they start stealing stoves and refrigerators and sinks and copper and all this other stuff here. Just to rather have somebody in there and stuff to say, well, you know what, when things get on and popping, right, or I can make some kind of deal with this person. That's what business people do. They ain't looking at the fact and stuff that, well, you know what, hey, you just fell flat on your face. We're going to come over here and we're going to take this stuff, because sometimes things unoccupied cost more than it being occupied. It costs more. Prime example, buy you a truck and then let the truck sit for a month and not have nobody in it. And then when you finally put somebody in that truck, man, you're going to have all types of check engine lights and sensors and all this other stuff. That's all it takes is 1 month. These trucks do not like to sit for some reason. You can sit in these trucks as long as this truck is running. As long as the truck is running and stuff, you fine. The second you park this thing and cut this thing off and stuff, man, you got all types of oil leaks and coolant leaks and belts and stuff parked behind you. As long as this truck is running, you ain't got no problems. These trucks do not like to sit. Let a truck sit for 1 month. Go back in there, look on their engine and stuff. You got all types of calcium buildup. All types of corrosion around the batteries and stuff like that. These trucks do not like to sit. They don't. That's the same thing and stuff. It's best to have somebody that's occupied in something and for somebody not to occupy it. Because when it's not occupied, it's free game. People begin to target and stuff like that, and they're saying, well, you know what? Ain't nobody got an eye on it. That's why ain't nobody really tripping. So, hey, if you got the money and stuff like that, save it. Something landlords use the attendance of Social Security to check and see if a stimulus money has been said. Okay, now here's the thing. If you on the up and up, right? If you on the up and up and stuff, and let's just say that the circumstance was normal, then yeah, you would go over there, you would pay your rent. Desperate times call for desperate measures. Exactly. But the thing is that, again, we don't have to be united. Just organize. That's it. Just organize stuff so when the issues come up, you already know what to do. You don't have to be organized. We ain't gonna be organized. We come from different schools. We come from different ideologies, school of thoughts, thinking, methodologies, the whole 9 yards. We're not gonna be united on that. Just be organized. That's the only thing you have to do. Be organized, because if you organize, you don't have to worry about being united. Businesses are not united. They are organized. They're organized. That's why when you come into the world of business and stuff like that, you can see here it's cutthroat. You can see it's cutthroat and stuff, but any opportunity for regulation to be freed up and stuff, they're going over it collectively. Hey man, listen, I got this regulation and stuff cleared out and stuff like that. So yeah, we're still in competition and stuff together. Yeah, we're still in competition, but the thing is, we don't have to worry about some of those EPA laws. So we about to kick it up. We about to kick it up. They're organized. That's the thing there. You don't have to be united. Just organize. If I got some information, and I'm your competition, and the thing is that they come over here and start talking to me, I'm gonna be organized, and I'm not gonna be united with you because no, we run two different businesses, but I'm organized because I know if I take you down, then I'm going to. If they're getting you on some type of regulation, they're gonna get me on the same thing. Best believe that. You don't have to be united. Just organize. Just organize. You can go into constructive dialogue and stuff because the people don't believe in the same methodologies and stuff that you do. Remember, keep your friends close. Keep your enemies closer. Because your enemies, despite the fact that you don't like them, they're very resourceful. They're very resourceful. And if you stick around long enough, you'll get some information. Where do you get some of the most helpful information and stuff dealing with yourself? From your enemies. Not your allies, from your enemies. They let you know what's going on with you. That's why the scripture says to pray for your enemies. Pray for them. Pray for them. But he also said that he's going to set a table in the midst of your enemies. He's going to set a table in the midst of your enemies. Huh? Don't throw it away. Don't throw it away and stuff, because you're saying, well, you don't like the way that individual said something. Look at the information inside their stuff. Extract it and then use it to your advantage. Because they the ones that's going to tell you more about yourselves than your allies and your friends. The ones that love you, the ones who hate you and despise you, the ones that they're going to tell you your weaknesses. What do I always say? Capitalize on your strengths. Work on your weaknesses. Keep your friends close. Keep your enemies closer. Don't disregard them. Don't throw them and stuff. Don't have no relationship and stuff. No. Don't have no relationship like you got like the east to the west. No. Keep your friends close. Keep your enemies closer. If you want to know about yourself, if you want to know what's going on with you, if you want to know the truth of the matter, keep your enemies close. Keep them closer. Keep them closer. Because the thing is that an enemy is usually an enemy because they speak the truth. In fact, they speak it too much to a fact that you're saying that, you know what, I don't want to make any changes and stuff like that, and you denying the truth. That's why people make enemies of the truth. That's why they make enemies of the truth. But they love a lie. They love a lie. Check it out. Question and answer. Why do people love the devil so much? Why do the people love the devil so much? Because he offers you nothing. He offers you nothing. That's why they love the devil so much. He offers you nothing. That's why they love the truth. The truth offers you something. It offers you something. It offers you the opportunity to make changes if changes are necessary. That's why most people and stuff who capitalize on this stuff become better people and get themselves out of they get themselves out of the rut, out of the situation that they're in, and they remove themselves from insanity. Because insanity, the definition of insanity is continuing to do the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result. Expecting a different result. That's the definition of insanity. A lot of us, we're sitting there we're sitting over here, we're dealing with people. We're dealing with people and we're doing everything and stuff possible and stuff for them to do better in life. And they always shrouded in counterproductiveness. They're not offering anything. Shrouded in counterproductiveness. putting themselves in danger, putting everybody else in danger. And you continue to help them with the same methodology because your heart and stuff, man, you know, is too soft. You got to have a hard heart. You got to have a hard heart. Like I said, it's Sunday today and stuff, right? We're going into the scripture. God has a hard heart. There were times and stuff, man, where he looked at the iniquities of the people and stuff and said, well, you know what? Hey, y'all call upon me. I'ma laugh at your transgression. I'ma laugh at your affliction. When I should be helping you, I'm laughing at you. Because a lot of times you brought this stuff on yourself. I gave you the law. The only thing you got to do is just go by it. The punishment and stuff is not a person doing some harm to you, but the fact that you engage in the counterproductive activity, the end game of it, because you participating in this stuff, that's what it, at the end is destruction, at the end is death. That's what waits for you at the end. It's already laid out. It's already laid out and stuff. You the one chose to walk the path. We ain't perfect people, but we are seeking perfection. And to seek perfection, sometimes you got to be told about yourself. And that's why I imagine what you call was probably doing. He was up there telling them about himself and stuff, right? And they call him a troll. Because ain't no man gonna sit there and be on that business aspect stuff, right? Yeah, I'm talking about SoCal. This man right here, you know, you can't be sitting there talking about business and stuff like, you can't be sitting there talking about things on the business. And so the thing is that he probably tried to approach him and stuff like that, and they wasn't listening to him. So he had to set up this alter ego and stuff, right? To go out there and then tell him a little bit about himself. He had to set up this alter ego and stuff and you know, tell him about himself and everything. And so they thought, oh well, you know, he trolling. How can this man be trolling stuff and then he's a representation of what people need to be doing? He got a truck in the oil field, he got another truck. Okay, like I said, every time I seen SoCal and stuff, right? He's always doing good. He always doing better. He ain't in the same, he's not in the same situation and stuff that he was in. The only way he know how to talk is the language that he understands. But he trying to get you on that level, saying, hey, look, I'm not talking at you. I'm talking with you, or at least I'm trying to. But in order to talk with you, I got to talk at you. But he a troll though. He a troll and he got 2 trucks. How many truck SoCal got? I know 2 so far. He probably got more. But the thing with SoCal problem is that he probably felt so bad, right? He felt so bad instead of having that hard heart. And say, well, look, you know, hey, I'm showing love to you, right? I'm showing love to you because I could say nothing. I could do nothing and just let you keep on, you know, going through what you're going through and say that, well, this stuff is right. Okay, so like I said, you know, the man had, okay, we know he got a 379 and stuff. He had that other Peterbilt. He had that other Peterbilt. And then I think he showed a picture of stuff where he got a truck in the oil field. Several ways to look at it. You see what I'm saying? But people who want to stay in the same position and stuff like that, they hurts them. It hurts them and stuff. That's why a lot of those individuals that you look at and stuff, the thing is that they might be in something new, but it's the same rut. It's the same rut. I'm still driving trucks and stuff, man, but this job number what? 20? 21? I'm still in this lease. I'm still, I'm still doing I'm still doing the lease thing and stuff in a new lease. but I haven't fixed my credit yet. I haven't built up my capital. I'm just gonna get in somebody else's lease program and complete that. He also said that he purchased over 40 trucks since he's been a truck. Honestly, we do. Okay, we'll give him that. We'll give him that. If he purchased 40 trucks and stuff, we'll give him that. But the thing is and stuff is that they're talking about, oh well, he got all this free time. He got all this free time and stuff. He had to disguise himself because when he came to you straight up, you didn't want to listen. When he came to you straight up, you didn't want to listen. We having church today. We having church today. When the prophets, they say, man, no prophet is ever accepted in his own hometown. I believe him. His ego will hurt him. No prophet is accepted in his own hometown. Huh? We having church today. No prophet is ever accepted in his own hometown. When he came, you know, all the prophets and stuff, when they came into the people, giving them the laws and stuff like that, telling them to get away from their transgression, let them know, hey, look, there's not supposed to be sin in the land. Okay, we hear and we obey. But what did they do? Contrary to what was given to them, because had they followed the laws and stuff right, they would have been straight. They would have been straight. You see what I'm saying? They go into the people. They ain't say, well, you know what? Hey, I ain't gonna listen. I ain't gonna do it. Because when you in the truth, you obligate. When you in the truth and you know the truth, you obligated. You are obligated to tell the people the truth. Bottom line. Because having truth and then being quiet is just like having fire in your bones. Oh man, I can keep this information and stuff, but I can't do it. It bothers me, the fact that I have this truth and stuff that's inside of me, and I need to give it to the people. That's why a lot of us become YouTube creators. My thing is, after a certain point of being in the game, I stay in it as a driver instead of a boss. Because the thing is that you have a level of comfortability. I'm telling you is that I'm never going to own a fleet. I'm telling you this. I'm not going to own a fleet. I'm going to stay in this game and stuff. Once I get this truck paid off and stuff, I don't know. I might keep it for another 2 years and stuff like that. And my next truck, I either want a W9 or a Peterbilt 379. There it is. I want me a spread axle. I want me a spread axle reefer unit with the aluminum siding on it. Now I could say, you know what? Yeah, I'm gonna go over here and stuff. Yeah, I want to go on and purchase a couple of trucks and a couple of trailers and everything and stuff. But that's not my cup of tea because I don't have the patience. I don't have the patience. That's me being truthful. That's me being truthful and stuff. I'm saying now, you know, yeah. As long as you stay in it, you're gonna get on some boss stuff, right? But some people just don't. Some people don't want the headache. Some people don't want the headache and stuff, man, of going through those issues and stuff there. They can do, they can get in this truck, they can get in this one truck and stuff, man, and make bank. I'm talking about lots of money. They can make lots of money and stuff, but the thing is that, you know, now it's kind of hard. It's kind of hard because let's look at the situation that we're in. Let's look at the situation that we're in and stuff, right? Now, you can go over here, you can get a truck. You can go over here, you can get a truck and stuff, and you can get this truck, and you can put somebody in it. You can put somebody in it and stuff. Now, the thing is that you're trying to give them the same way that you see things and stuff in order to cut back on money. All right, so that you're not making all these feeblest purchases and all that other stuff there. You're not trying to make all these feeblest purchases and all everything just to keep things and stuff moving. Just to keep it moving and stuff, right? You're trying to give them, okay, listen, just because you got a light out in the truck and stuff, it doesn't constitute an emergency. But some people saying, okay, well, hey, this light don't work. the light don't work and stuff, man, take it to Freightliner. That's all they know. When they saying, well, look, hey, man, I got a guy that can work on that. But the thing is, we need to get the truck where it is now to down here, so we can cut down on the cost. Oh, well, you know what? Oh, man, shoot, forget this. Abandon the truck and stuff, and then they go there and work for Swift. You work for Swift, J. Hunt, all the rest of these mega carriers. Anytime they tell you to do something, that's what you're going to do. They say, bring this truck, this terminal. You're going to do it. No, the truck ain't going Freightliner. Bring this truck to the terminal. You're going to do it. I ain't got no AC in the truck and stuff. Too doggone bad and stuff. Man, it's hot outside. It's hot outside and stuff. I don't want the truck idling. I don't want it idling. So we're going to cut off the idle feature. And we ain't going to give you no APU either. Deal with the best way you can and stuff. Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. But then when you go work for somebody for a smaller outfit, he might have 2 or 3 trucks and stuff, right? That could turn you on to some money if you just follow the program and stuff. No, I ain't doing that. Because he got 1 or 2 trucks and stuff. You know, he ain't no mega carrier. He ain't no mega carrier. That truck better be going 85. That truck better be going 85 miles an hour. We ain't driving for him. But then you can go over here and work for a mega carrier and they got you cut down to 59.5 miles an hour. I ain't got no problem with it. You go get your uniform and your hats and all this other stuff here, and then you the first one want to line up, and they the first ones want to line up and stuff and do all those daggone commercial asses. Well, you see, when I was over here at Swift, they give me all the miles. They understand the, you know, my family situation. You know, they calls me and let me know that they care about me. Okay, settlement testimonial. They ain't got none of those. They ain't got no settlement testimonials. Look at them. Look at any one of those ads and stuff, man. This guy out there, they can barely speak. Well, you see, when I drive and stuff, they tell me that I'm not saying stuff a lot, but they really care about family orientation. I'm able to get home and be with my family because family is what's important over here. We are a family. Get the heck up out of here. But they the first ones want to do those commercials and stuff. Skinning and grinning. Shucking and jiving. All they need is some tap dancing shoes and stuff, man, and a butter biscuit. Get the heck up out of here with that nonsense, man. Hold on, let me go in here. Let's see. He also said, let's see. My thing is, people don't want to hear the truth. Of course not. I respect it. They want to hear that the stupid decision is the right one. I got my own authority. Less money. Hey, Mr. Black, I mean, you know, you do that, man. You do that and stuff. I mean, you know, and make it work for you and stuff like that. I mean, you know, I ain't gonna discourage you and tell you and stuff. No, don't do it. No, don't get your own authority. Go over here and work for the mega carriers because they care about the family. They care. They are a family-oriented company. They care about my needs. They care about my needs and stuff. I have good benefits over here at this company. Don't let me see you in one of those. Don't let me see you in one of those commercials. I had to get on the right brother. I had to get on the right brother and stuff, man. When I seen that commercial he was in, my jaw dropped. I said, "Oh man, it's over. It's over. It's over, man." I like that. I like that right brother. I do. but bro, when he did that commercial, I forgot what year was that? Was that last year or the year before last? Cause it was right after the truck show. It was right after the truck show. No, right before the truck show. Which one was it? It was him. It was him, and then there was a woman up there too and stuff that did it. I ain't seen no more commercial about 360 though. Let's see. Hold on. I had my authority for a year and a half. Made mistakes, but survive. Hey, bro. I mean, the only way. Hey, listen. Like I said, the only way and stuff that you gonna get better at is you stick to the craft. That's it. That's the only way you gonna stick to it and stuff. Like I said, I ain't know how to cook fried chicken. I didn't know how to cook fried chicken and stuff. I know this kind of off subject, but I mean, you know how many drumsticks and stuff I burnt up? Tons of them. I'm sitting over here eating raw. I bite into the chicken and stuff. Sometimes it's pink in the inside and stuff like that. Hey, you going, like I said, I mean, it's a lot of stuff to talk about, but then there's a lot of things and stuff that ain't talked about because it's brand new. It's going to be a situation it's a situation that's all your own, right? I just hope that once you learn about it and stuff, that you get up here and inform us about it so that we don't make those mistakes. Because they out there. If you can't cook, you can't grill. Bro, listen, I mean, hey, I got it down. Well, I don't cook fried chicken no more. So, because I can't get the whole grease thing down pat. I can't get the grease thing down pat. But the thing is, what I'm saying is that, look, hey, it's situations that we go through and stuff. If it sounds familiar, then we get up here and say, what the heck on, you know what I'm saying about this right here. If it ain't up there and stuff, then, you create your own. People like I said, this truck right here and stuff, man. This truck right here cost me $14,000. $14,000 before I figured out that surgery was the way to go. Now just imagine everybody was saying it. Just imagine if I would have listened, right, from the get-go. And that MIL light came on and said, you know what? Let me go get the surgery. Let me go get that surgery. I would be at least $11,000 to the good and stuff. When I would have, and all the trans and stuff, and get the surgery. Man, could y'all please fix my truck, because my truck had MIL light that when these situations come up, that I go to the best. I go to the dealership because the dealership is not gonna steer you wrong. That's what I was doing. In there skinning and grinning. Everything gonna be all right. They give me that first bill, $8,000. Okay, everything gonna be okay. I'm gonna go and cut you the check and everything gonna be all right because they fixed the problem. Man, they fixed everything but the problem. They fixed everything but the problem. I left out of there. Let's see. It cost me $1,500 for 220. You see what I'm saying? Dude, well, if you ain't going to the dealership, if you is not going to the dealership, then you are not doing the right thing. You're not complying with the rule and regulation that is set up by the FMCSA and other entities that are out here in order to enforce safety for us truck drivers, so that we can be efficient in our job. Then I went in that Freightliner dealership so much and stuff, man, all them little ads and stuff, all them little ads and everything. They got guys in there just driving the truck, no problem. Same commercial. That anytime I have a problem, I come to Freightliner because they give me the best deal. They are always kind and courteous, and they give me the utmost respect as a truck driver. I'm sitting in that daggone drive around all day long worrying. When I should have went on down and paid my daggone doctor visit and stuff, and then and been done with it. Cause I ain't gonna lie. Like I said, I was scared. But I'm knee deep now. What I supposed to do? Get the truck back? I still had a year and a half. I still had a year and a half to go in. What I look like did all this stuff to the truck. Then I'm gonna give it back to Lone Mountain. I'm gonna give it back to Lone Mountain and stuff like that, so they can go and basically do the same thing. They get the truck back. They got my money. They got my money. They're going to fix the problem and put somebody else in this stuff. No, it ain't happening. I'm in too deep. But I knew that the issue was going to be an issue. So at least I was organized in that right there. Yeah, it hurt to spend that money. But the intent is that I'm spending it so they would be fixed. But bro, when I say they try to drain me, I mean they were draining me off of one issue, an emission system. Nothing else is the problem. An emission system. Man, get the heck up out of here. I can see if I was having problems with multiple things and stuff like, oh, well, you got an issue with this. No, one thing. I'm going back in there for the same thing. Cause all they do and stuff, and like I said, prove me wrong, right? Prove me wrong if they don't do it. They take your truck and they put a flash drive on your truck. They put the flash drive in it because they got the equipment to do it. What does the flash drive do? It resets the problem to a point that either one or two things gonna happen. Either you put enough hours on the truck or you put enough miles on the truck. The W900, real simple. When I get this truck paid off, I'm gonna take the same payments. That I was making, and I'm gonna just put it in the bank for 2 years. And after 2 years, I'm gonna go buy me a W9 cash money. I'm gonna just go buy cash, and that's it. I said I would sell this truck and stuff, but I know I ain't gonna get nothing for it. Now I know I can't get a thing for 10. I buy it for 10,000. No, I'm gonna give you 5,000 for the truck because I know you got surgery on it. Yeah, I'll tell you what. Yeah, money. I'm gonna take. Now, what I'm gonna do? I think I'm gonna just keep the truck in. I'm just keep the truck in the yard. In case I ever want to drive it, right? And I want that same $5,000, I can just get in and drive it and just do one load and stuff. Well, I ain't gonna say one load. Just work 1 week and stuff and get that money. If I'm that hard up on it, that's what I'm gonna do. Brothers and sisters, stick with the science, okay? Stick with the science. Don't be drama based. Don't be drama ridden because you're going to get pulled in. You're going to get pulled in. You're going to get sucked in and stuff like that. The thing is that it's energy and it has to deprive you of it. And then you find yourself being a part of it. And you saying, well, you know what? Let me get on this side. Let me get on this side of the argument. Let me get on that side of the argument and stuff. And then next thing you know, things done turn ugly. And now we got squad and stuff like that. You got folk going to jail behind nonsense because of a disagreement in a subject matter, ideology, or school of thought. Don't be drama ridden. I challenge people and stuff this week. I challenge you this week and stuff, man, to not participate in anything dealing with drama. I challenge you. Do not participate. Anything that's consistent of drama, anything that's consistent on trying to put another individual down, trying to put down another individual. It doesn't matter who it is and stuff, whether it's on YouTube in your personal life or whatever and stuff. I challenge people to remove yourself 1 week from the drama and see how you feel. See how you feel. Don't even eat foods that's associated with drama. You see these commercials and stuff. Our burgers are bigger than these manufacturers over here and stuff, man. We give you nice premium stuff, not compared to that. That's business that's participating in it. Remove yourself from it for 1 week and see how you feel. See how you feel. See the level of intelligence. See the level of intelligence and stuff to go up. Get into things and stuff, man. Get into things that's based upon building, self-motivation. Participate in those things there and stuff. Anybody that's on that, anything on that drama stuff, give them a break for 1 week. Just for 1 week and stuff. And then after a week, now you got to compare them and say, well, you know what? Do I want to continue in this counterproductiveness, or look at the things and stuff I got done this week? Look at the things I got done this week and stuff. And so I'm like, you know what? You always gonna go to the best. But we feel like we don't have no alternative because we always surrounded by drama, right? We always feel like we surrounded by it and stuff like that. I mean, thing is that remove yourself from it. I don't have a TV in the truck. I don't have a TV in here. You know, give yourself peace and quiet. Go into a level of tranquility. Some people don't know how. You know, when people look at meditation, they look and think, well, you can complete in total silence. Because the thing is and stuff is that, you know, we always talk about, oh, well, the voices inside my head, if you listen to them, you crazy. The voices inside your head and stuff are sometimes telling you what needs to be done. Trouble is afoot. Hey, man, something ain't right. Listen to yourself sometime and stuff, but the thing is, the only way that you can listen to yourself is getting to a point of tranquility, getting to a point of silence. Cut the TVs off, cut the computers and stuff off and everything and stuff, and go into a point of meditation. Meditation is simply when you can sit and you can gather your thoughts. And driving the truck don't count. You know, not listening to the radio and all that stuff, that don't count because you still got to concentrate. You still got to concentrate. I'm talking about total and complete silence, tranquility. You know, send a couple people messages and stuff. Let them know, hey, listen, hey, for the next hour, for the next 2 hours and stuff like that and everything, you know, I'm not gonna be able to get a hold of, right? I'm gonna be right here in this set. I'm gonna be right over here. I'm going to be over here and stuff, right? But, you know, I just need this little time right here and stuff to gather my thoughts. Because sometimes and stuff, you know, people around you, they come with drama. Man, let me tell you what happened with this girl over here. Girl. You know, they talking about they were going to do this, that, and everything. And I told them, man, no, you know, you kiss my A and all that other stuff there. Just challenge yourself, man. Challenge yourself to remove yourself from drama. Because the drama, the end game of it is counterproductivity. And counterproductivity means that you're going to be participating in things. You're going to be participating in things that ain't going to get you nothing done. And at the end of the day, you're going to be sitting there saying, you know what, I could have got this done this week had I just dedicated myself to a little bit of studying. That's why some of us ain't got to understand the financial literacy, because we don't want to sit there. We don't want to sit there and listen. You know, we don't want to listen to stuff to try to gather information. You know, when you're in a classroom, you got to be quiet. The person that's teaching you and stuff like that, you know, you got to be quiet. Even if you feel like the information and stuff that you're a little bit more than them and stuff like that, I mean, still listen, because you can get something out of it. Everything that I say ain't true and exact, you know, but if you listen long enough, you'll get the right words. And stuff, you know, we use profanity. Use substitutes. Use substitutes. And see what happens. Use substitutes for 1 week and see what happens. Those substitutes and stuff that's going to become, you know, instead of you saying this right here, you're going to say your substitute. And then after the substitute, you're going to remove yourself from the element. Then you ain't use the word period. Every time I talk to you and stuff, you know, you always got a GD or a B or A or something like that, stuff coming out your mouth. And now, you know, nothing. What's going on with you? You got saved? Yeah. Yeah, I got saved. They might scare people too, but you know. But fellas, listen, I'm gonna go and jump on off here and everything, you know. Appreciate y'all. Give me your time and energy to say what I got to say and stuff like that. Hope that you take this information. I hope this information is helpful. Like I said, keep your friends close, keep your enemies closer. I know I title this thing Monster Rancher, but you know the thing about being a monster, the thing about monster ranchers and stuff is that it it comes from the Torah. It comes from the Torah and stuff. About the Torah is when they were speaking about creating a golem. They create these golems and stuff, right? And so these golems and stuff, they created them to go up against the enemy. But then what happened is that they began to turn on the people and stuff who created them, and then it just brought upon destruction. And so what I get from it is that you create the element, all right. You create the element of you create these elements and stuff like that, these elements of negativity. And so these negativities and stuff, they began to give life. And so at first you think they harmless, right? Because it's something of your own creation. But then you see that once the negativity, it's all about the negativity. And so being that you are the greatest source of negativity, it begins to turn on you. So don't be that. Don't be a creator of monsters. Don't be a monster rancher. Because you see, the thing is that you think you got it all under control because it's corralled and stuff like that. Or and I got level of intelligence and stuff. And then what happens is one of those monsters break free. One of those monsters break free. They might turn on you. They might turn on the people around you and stuff. And so the people around you look at it saying, I thought you had that beast under control. That thing was trying to kill me. That beast was trying to kill me and stuff. And then, now you got to answer up to it. Monsters of your own creation. Take a look at them. If they remove the drama elements and stuff, man, from their feeds, what do they have? What do they have? What information do they have? And I challenge any of them. Come at me with the information. Because we over here, we dealing with the whole trucking issue. Y'all talking about one person messed it up for everybody. And ain't nobody talking about the trucking industry. They ain't talking about ownership, possessions of ownership, how to get capital, how to fix your credit, But we're talking about they talking about giving information and stuff to drivers. They trying to guide them. Guide them through what? Guide them to what? Because what do you have? If you remove the element of drama, what do you have? So hey, thank you, Soul Kyle. Thank you, Soul Kyle, because of what you did, I got views. And the views that's how I made money. Thank you, Soul Kyle. You ain't none of this stuff because you telling me the truth about myself, and then rather than me accepting the truth for what it is and stuff, right? I'm gonna go the other way. Because you coming to me straight up and stuff, I wasn't gonna listen to you anyhow. So I had to pretend that you somebody else to make you think and stuff that you my enemy. Thank you, Soul Kyle, because what you did, now I got these 60,000 views up here. Now I got something to talk about, Soul Kyle. Thank you. Because we certainly ain't talking about the trucking industry. We ain't talking about the particular situation that we're in and stuff on how we could have sat there and made regulations better for us since they modified the hours of service. How come they can't keep it? Why is it good now? Why is the freight and stuff that I haul now called critical infrastructure loads and stuff like that, and I'm able to drive at my own discretion. But then when everything and stuff is said and done, now we got to go back to the same rules and regulation. Why is that? Huh? No. The problem is SoCal. The problem is SoCal, because SoCal is a troll. But we over here trying to figure out what's up with these rates. What's up with the rates? How come the rates and stuff are so low? How come the rates and stuff are so low? What's going on and stuff with these brokering agencies and stuff? That's not the problem. The problem is SoCal. That's who the problem is. SoCal and these guys with these paid off trucks. These old heads and stuff, they don't get up here and start telling us about anything. We got to figure out this stuff for ourselves. They want to charge for the information. Yeah, you're welcome, Mr. Williams. They got to charge for the information. But then when the information is being dropped, oh wait a minute, no, I can't do this, I can't do that. That's too hard. The problem with the trucking industry is SoCal. That's what the problem is. That's why I can't get an understanding. I can't get a grip and stuff on how to do certain things in the industry. That's why I can't get my credit straight. That's why I can't get an understanding about trucking and how it works. Lane rates, everything under the sun and stuff. It's SoCal problem. And SoCal is the one, he's the leader of the old heads and stuff like that. And these old heads ain't giving us no kind of information. They just out here hating all the time. That's what the problem is. SoCal. Get the heck up out of here. So SoCal, if you listening to me, I want to thank you on the behalf of everybody else and stuff that want to sit there and say, well, you know, that you were this and that or whatever and stuff. Had you not did what, even though you're the destruction of the trucking industry, y'all just let me know who you are. Let me know what the subject matter. Be prepared, right? Because the thing is that we are about trucking science over here. Nothing more, nothing less. Also, feel free to hit me up on my Instagram page, which is Rhode Island Red Rooster 22, where I'm always posting up things about my 2013 Freightliner Cascadia. And with that being said, this your man right here, the one, the only, the beautiful Rhode Island Red Rooster. Oh, wait a minute. It was one more thing I need to say too. I think I'll say it on another video and stuff. But anyway, y'all be safe. Let's see. First, continue your research, fact finding studies. Harness on your skills every day. Till next time we talk. Next time we meet. Be safe. Be easy. And peace out.